for some reason, I am just feeling very, very tired. Obviously, I had my job, but I am feeling so tired. But I am not going to let that interfere with my recording of this chess game. So yesterday, I played a chess game first with the white pieces, and tried to play the king's gambit, but my opponent blundered on like move four, and he blundered his queen, and basically he proposed a take back, but I did not take it. Of course, you could argue that I was an asshole for not giving him a chance, not playing a fair game, but game is game, so you gotta get these rating points. Anyway, I'm going to play another 10 plus 5 rapid game. The reason I'm not playing Blitz game is because I have seen that when I'm playing Blitz game, I'm just under too much immense pressure. I don't have enough time to think, and it's not really improving my chess skills as a whole. It's not. Don't even get the time to explain things. Okay, I've got the white pieces. This is very good. Let's go for the King's Gambit again. I am going for the King's Gambit because King's Gambit is like one of my favorite openings, even though I don't know that much about it. But my opponent, I am assuming, does not know much about it as well. So if he goes g5, I'm going to follow it up with the move h4, undermining his pawn structure. Now, obviously, I can go g4. This is the McDonald attack, and I think this move is supposed to be an inaccuracy or something. I don't know, but yeah, let's develop the right way. And now I am willing to go for d4. The reason I did not play the move d4 right away is because he can take with my knight. I can take back, obviously, but he has this nasty check on d5, and now I just get butchered to death, basically. Yeah, I think this. Yeah, now the move d4 is very, very strong. Now the move d4 is very strong because now, even though he can take it with his knight, I am going to take back. So this exact position, I have actually seen this position before, and I've made an inaccuracy there. I think I actually played the move d3 or maybe even knight c3. I'm not sure, but now I am supposed to go d4 to try to attack this bishop and get a massive, massive center. So this is a common mistakes by a lot of beginners. Now I think he can try to sacrifice his knight on d4, and the idea of that move would be if I take back with my knight, he gets this check on uh, h4, but I think I'm pretty safe there because my there's no checkmate threat. Yes, I can't castle, but I can easily chase the knight away, chase the queen away. Maybe I can't really chase the queen away. But yeah, there is some problems in this position. Because if you really calculate, okay, now I think this is a good move. Is it? Is it? I think I can just take the bishop. I think I can just call his bluff. His idea is obviously to give me a check and win my bishop. But I don't think that works. I don't think that works because I can just block with my queen. And yeah, yeah. I think I'm completely winning. Okay, yes, I am completely winning after this move. Because he cannot take my bishop. He has to take my queen, because he is pinned. He and I are both pinned. It's a double pin situation. Now I'm going to take back with my bishop to preserve my castling rights. I'm going to take this pawn, and this pawn is a wedge. It cannot be easily attacked right now. I think his best move, yeah, okay, so he's going for this, which is, I guess, a fair move, but I guess I can just easily block it. Not much really have to do about it, you know. Yeah, I can happily. I'm happily going to give him this bishop. I don't give a fuck really. Now I can castle. I can also take this pawn. There's really no rush to do anything really. Maybe I should even consider. Okay, let's not overthink this. All of these moves are good. I am just up bishop. I think. Maybe yeah. Maybe let's be greedy. Let's be greedy. I don't know. He is playing too fast. He's playing very fast. Okay. So now I'm hitting this pawn. So somehow he has to block. Somehow he has to thwart the advance of my pawns. So I think the move c6 might happen. Uh, Try to push the pawn on g5. But if he pushes the pawn on g5, I'm going to take on passant. Because this pawn on c5 is actually very overextended. And if I can get another pawn, and if I can trade one of his good pawns for my c pawn, I am going to be very, very happy. Now, obviously, he can ruin my pawn structure as he did, but now I can actually, you could say, I clarified my pawn structure because all of these are now connected. All of these pawns can be now connected. So I have a beautiful position. I am up two pawns and actually a knight, and I am winning. I am practically winning this game. So the blunder obviously was to try to pin my pawn prematurely. He thought that he was winning my bishop, but obviously he's not. I can block with my queen. Okay, so he castled, which is a fair move. I can take this pawn, but I'm worried that I'm going to get checked. So let's not be greedy, and let's just castle as well. Okay, now obviously he has this move, knight to g5, which obviously protects this pawn, simultaneously attacks my bishop. But I think I'm just going to go I'm just going to move my bishop to either g3 or maybe even e3, maybe even e5. I don't know. So a lot of good options for me. Lots of good options for me. This pawn I think is the hero, MVP of this because he cannot easily actually uh play the move d6 because if he tries to get out his bishop he has to do it either with the move b6, which yes opens up his rook on the a5, but also I can take my okay c pawn. So yeah, now he's just giving me this pawn for free, I guess. I don't see any reason not to take it. Yeah, I don't see any reason not to take it. I'm not in any danger, so I'm just clean 3 pawns up, which is basically saying that I am a piece up, a minor piece up. Okay, so he will probably get this pawn, but maybe not, because I have this move, bishop to e e5, which protects this pawn. Is there any tactical problems with this move? I can even give up this pawn. I don't really think that that would be an issue. I can even protect this pawn with the move rook to f2, which offers a rook trade. But yeah, I think I'm just going to improve my position and bring back my bishop, bring back my bishop to try to protect this pawn as well as protect everything else. Now you could argue that by moving my bishop, I'm actually uh, creating problems on this square, on the square c3. I can't really move my. Okay, so what's the idea of this move? Okay, now the move knight to c3 becomes very plausible. If I play knight to c3, he gets knight to e3, but I think I can just move my rook and offer a rook trade. Yeah, Yeah, I am going to do that. And if it takes my knight, obviously I'm going to take back with my bishop, and I'm fine. I'm fine in this position. I'm protecting everything. Yes, he is in the second rank. He's rook. That's a problem, but all of his other pawns, all of his other pieces are not developed. So that's a win for me. Now I'm attacking his rook, obviously. He can't really take my b2 pawn because I'm getting his knight and also attacking his rook in the next move. So lots of good stuff, lots of good fun stuff here. He is lost. He is basically lost in this position. Okay, yeah, yeah. As I said, it's a pretty easy game. No problems in my position whatsoever. This pawn on c5 is actually doing a lot of good jobs. Yes, okay, so he's trying to activate his rook. Uh, I could theoretically take this pawn, but this pawn becomes isolated, so yeah, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to block my bishop, obviously. Blocking my bishop is a problem. Here's a crazy idea. I think I can go for this f2 pawn, f6 pawn, f7 pawn. Yeah, uh, yeah, because these pawns are going to be isolated. This pawn will be a weakness. Yes, he will get this d4 move, but I'm getting this pawn. I'm hitting this pawn. Yeah, no, I think I should play it safe. I think I should play the move d4. And yes, I am temporarily blocking my bishop, but lots of good moves. Yeah, let's not overthink this. Let's not overthink this, and let's try to be as professional as possible. I can obviously take these. I really don't want his rook to be active. Yeah, let's try to open up his king. Let's be spicy. Let's be spicy. He can take my pawn, obviously. I can take his pawn. So I will get my rook into the second rank. Okay. So that's an idea, obviously. That's something. He is making my pawn a bit blunt. But, yeah, not a problem. Not a big problem. Now this move looks very spectacular because I am basically setting up some discoveries along these lines. There is some sacrifices to be made with my bishop, maybe. Maybe later, I don't know, I'm not really sure. I'm not in the mood for calculation. But, yeah, yeah. Yeah, so he is getting one of his pawns back. Not really, I can take back, obviously. But, yeah, I did not actually see that I could actually take back the pawn that I'm giving. But, okay, awesome. This it has been cool. It has been very very cool. Okay. All right. Now he's obviously trying to take my. Now here's the problem, right? I think this time I really need to offer a rook trade because yes, obviously he can offer a rook trade. Let me explain why. Because I cannot move my knight. If I try to move my knight, I will get butchered with this check on g2. And if I can't move my knight, okay, now I can move my knight. However. So now it's a good time, I think, to try to get this bishop. Oh no no no! I still can't move my knight. So it's still a good idea to offer a trade of rooks. Trade of rooks. Because I need to really take control of the second rank. Now, depending on what he does, I'll have to change my strategies. But I don't think he can do anything else except for taking the rook, which he obviously does. Now, yes, I should. Should I? Let's think. Yeah, I should take back with the king. The reason I'm taking back with the king is because I need to centralize my knight, and if I take back with my knight, I'll have to waste a move trying to get him back into the game again. So that's something I do not want to do. And my knight is in a strong position. My pawns are great. My everything looks great in this position, except nothing, except for nothing. So all of these things looks great in my opinion. So I can take back with my pawn, but I am going to take back with my rook. So he is getting this pawn, obviously, but I am getting infiltration on the second rank. Yeah. Okay, all of these pawns are going to fall, basically. Let's think. So he is probably going to protect. Then what? Yeah, then I have this move, bishop to g4. Okay. Let's get into the second rank. And if he tries to protect this pawn with his rook, I am I have this nasty move, bishop to a5, attacking his rook, and he has to give up this pawn. But yes, I have to be careful because he's getting my pawn as well. So that's a bit of a doozy. So I think I need to clear my pawn structure a bit. Maybe I need to offer a trade of pawns. I am obviously having a dominant position with my bishop, extra bishop, but I have a pawn shortage. I have good pawns, obviously, but his pawns are very scattered. He can obviously play okay. Yeah, that's a good move, I guess. Um, Now this move looks very strong. This move induces this, obviously. Okay, let's think. Yeah, now the move c7 looks very juicy, very juicy. Because yes, you can potentially take, uh, basically kick out my bishop for one move. You're getting a tempo. Now, the reason I did not like the move d7 is because he can obviously gain a tempo, protect his pawn, and basically protect everything by attacking my bishop. And if I move my bishop away, he can protect his pawn with the move rook to c4, and this is a very advanced pawn. Okay, again, as I said, this is a one move threat. I really don't need to be uh, fearful of this move. I can just move my bishop to d d2, and this pawn is going to fall. This pawn is basically going to fall. Now he can attack my pawn on b2, on my b pawn with the move. Yeah, as I said, I have to protect it. Now you could argue that I can just give him this pawn, but when you're up material, you have to make sure that you are up material. You're not wasting your materials for some bullshit reasons, right? So defending everything even when you're up materials is a very very good tactical things to do. A very good tactical thing to do. So he just drops his pawn. Obviously, he can't protect everything, so he decides to protect his c pawn. Now it's the cleanup time. I am up in clock. I have a passed pawn. I can kick out his rook from this position. Yeah, I have to be a bit careful actually. Hmm. Let's try pushing my H pawn. I don't know really what I'm doing. Like there is lots of good moves, and he does have a pawn majority. He also have an extra rook. Now I think a good move might be to just yeah. Okay, so he leaves the protection of this pawn, which is why I can now attack the C pawn. He can obviously defend it. Yes, okay. So he does defend it, but now I get the move. Now I get the move A4 or either B4. Now B4 induces a trade, and I have this check. He has this check. So yeah, I think A4 is might be the way to go. Because I have an advanced pass pawn, I can even block his rook's advance on this move with this move. Yeah, as I said. So I am offering him a trade of rooks. I am obviously winning. If a trade happens, I am happy. Nilalang ito lang dil teracha tututuga tapatalaguga. I am basically offering him a trade of rooks, and by giving that, I am going to create enough headaches for me. Kudos to my opponent, actually. Kudos to my opponent for not resigning, playing resiliently, even when it's a lost endgame. It's basically still you should not resign at least on this level of game. Okay, so if I take this pawn, he actually gets this pawn, maybe even this pawn. Yeah, he just gets this pawn. It's a tough situation. Should I even take this pawn? Because this pawn is actually preventing the advance of these two pawns. So maybe I should just not care that much. Or maybe, yeah, maybe let's take it. Let's take it. Yeah, why not? Why not? He does give. Oh no, he actually doesn't. He actually does not get my pawn because I can again block with my rook. Yeah, I did not think of that. Again, as I said, I am perfectly happy with the trade of a rook. Okay, so now I think it's a good move to play the move. Good time to play the move b4 because um, I am getting my bishop active. I am pressuring all of these things. This pawn is obviously protected, so I don't really have to worry about this pawn. This endgame is basically lost for him, but I don't know. He can probably try to create some counterplay. Not sure. These, these. Yeah, I have escape square like thousands of them. If I if he gives me the check on h4, I think I'm going to grant to h2 and keep my king safe from all these problems. Right? I don't want to get fancy. Sometimes, even when you're a gambling player, you have to be in control of your emotions. Let's give him an arbitrary check. I don't know. I just want to give him an arbitrary check. Just because I like it, you know? Okay, let's give him another check. I want to move him into a dark square somehow. Uh, the reason I just want to fork him and his pieces, basically. Okay, let's advance my pawn. Let's advance my pawn. Yeah. Okay. Poo, 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 poo. So many good moves. I think it's a very designable position. I don't know why he's not designing. Kudos to him, I guess. Not really scary. I am. Obviously, he has the move G3 check. Maybe when G takes H3. He doesn't have any checkmate, obviously. He doesn't have any attack against my king. Uh, so, yeah. Okay, so he's blocking his own pawn. So that's fine. That's fun. That's a fun thing to do. Obviously, I can't actually go to H1 because I would get checkmated in one move. So now he cannot advance his pawns. His pawns are stuck, basically. And this is checkmate, probably. No, it's not checkmate. But it's checkmate in one move. Okay. That was a nice game. GG. Good game to my opponent. I think the only blunder he made was giving up his bishop. And other than that, it was smooth sailing for me. I did not have to really worry too much. There wasn't any tactical flair that I did. It was I would say, a relatively blank chess game. And yeah, as you can see, I have maintained my advantage for a long, long time. So yeah, 92% accuracy. So there wasn't any bad moves. Like all of these moves were decent by my opponent and even by me. Yeah, so the engine already suggests that I can actually play the move d4. Now, what I'm worried about, oh my goodness, yes, yes, yes. Oh man, I can actually play d4 in this position. Why do I keep forgetting it? Because if he takes the pawn, I don't have to take back with my knight. I can take back with my queen. Oh my goodness, why am I worried about this? Such a bullshit thing. Obviously, all of these relatively are very straightforward game. Nothing to be seen actually. I had an advantage. I maintained it. I kept pressuring him. I defended everything. Made sure that there wasn't any inaccuracies. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. That would have been awesome. That would have been an awesome. Yeah, I missed that. I completely missed that. Yeah, that's pretty good. Three inaccuracies, no blunders. He actually made one blunder, and the whole game went up to shit. So thank you for tuning in. I mean, yeah, it was a nice game.